Hi, it's Remy. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, I just hit the mic. Okay, hold on. Let me retry that. Hi, it's Remy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Remy. I mostly post book content, but today I thought we could do like what my book icks are, and I kind of wanted to do it in a way like we're FaceTiming. So, yeah, that's what this video is going to be. I just wanted to try something new with the filming, so I hope you enjoy it. But my book icks are on my phone. I have written them down. So, I mean, because, you know, like, sometimes when you're put on the spot, you don't, like, remember things. That's me. So, before we get into my book icks, I wanted to say that I'm currently reading Ricochet by Krista and Becca Ritchie. It is the second book to the Addicted Calloway Sister series. There are two separate series that intertwine if you've never heard of it. But I wanted to see what all of the fuss was about, so I read Addicted to You, and it was like okay at first. Like I didn't really like it at first, but by the end of it, I gave it 4 stars. So I think I talk about it in a video. I can't remember if I ever talked about my rating, but yeah, I was really excited to get back into this one. I just glitched or something. I was really excited to get into this book because I really wanted to see the character development, because character development is my favorite part about any, like, stories, movies, like, anything about characters. Character development is my most favorite part out of, like, literally anything. You could be, like, a character that I hate in the beginning, and then your character development makes me love you. Example, Steve from Stranger Things. So, imagine if I said Steve from Minecraft. I'm sure the people that have never seen Stranger Things thought I was going to say Steve from Minecraft. Maybe I'm just thinking of my cousin, but Aubrey, I know you're watching this. I love you. Let's finally get into my book icks. So, one of book icks that I have that I really, really don't like are movie covers. Okay, we get it. We get it. You got it made into a movie. Good for you. Good for you. I don't want a special edition cover with the actors on it. That's all I'm saying. Especially if the casting isn't even good. And if you never have read the book, or like if that was your first like introduction to a book, a movie cover, then you can't imagine the characters as any other person, and it's annoying. I don't like that. I think fan casting is different when an actual movie has been made, because fan casting is like, yeah, I think this person, I think this person fits with this character. And you're either like, oh my god, yes, or like, you're like, no, I don't agree with you. But with movie casting, my cat is in crackhead mode. When it's movie casting, it's a whole movie. Like, they are doing the story. And when the casting is just bad, it makes the movie covers so much worse. Another thing about covers that I hate with a capital T in the middle are stickers on books. I know people, like, I was looking through like Reddit and stuff for book icks and stuff to see what other people would say. And a lot of people said fake stickers. Like this one on here that says exclusive bonus material. That's like a fake like sticker on the cover. You can't take it off. I don't care about those. Because they're not actually covering up anything on the cover, because they put the publishing company puts it in a spot where it's not covering anything on the cover, but like Penelope, what? Come here, come say hi. She's going crackhead mode. Oh my god, you're breathing so heavily. Are you okay? Yeah? Okay. But I don't really care about fake stickers because like they just don't bother me as much. But real stickers bother me because you're scared to take them off because you're going to mess up the cover, or that white stuff is going to get on the cover and you can't, like, get it off. Or, like, worse, you rip the cover and if you do take it off successfully, that spot is still stick in a weird sticky thing for the rest of the time you own the book. And if you lay the book down anywhere, like right after you take it off, all the dust and stuff will get stuck to the sticky part, and then you just have a permanent dirt circle on your book. I just don't like stickers on books. Like, Target, find a better way to put your prices on your books without putting stickers on them. Another book ick that I have is when people dog ear book pages. And if you don't know what dog earing a book page means, it means when you take the corner of the page and fold it so that it's a bookmark. It is one of my biggest pet peeves I've ever had since I was like a child and I first started reading. Like, I hated when people do that. When I'd get a library book from the school and there was dog-eared pages, it drove me insane. And I still hate it to this day. And if I ever, any future friends or any friends currently, if I ever let you borrow a book and you dog-ear the pages on my book, oh my god, we're not friends anymore. And you have to buy me a new copy because oh my god, it would literally drive me insane. Just get a bookmark. Or it's really not that hard to remember the page number, and as a person who forgets a lot of things, it's also not that hard to skim the pages. Like, you know about where you were. It's not that hard to skim the pages and figure out where you left off. You remember the parts you read. I mean, I guess a lot of people don't have the biggest comprehension. Like, some people can't comprehend books well. I've always been able to comprehend books well, so maybe it's a me thing. I don't know. It bothers me. Don't do it. That was a rant. I'm gonna stop now. Okay. So we're off of physical book icks. I didn't really have that many physical book icks. I know a common one is real people on the cover, but I really don't care about that as long as the real people on the cover match the stories or like fit the character how I think they would fit the character, you know what I mean? But that was also a tangent. I need to stop. So into what I actually, like what my book... So now we're going to get into the book icks that are specifically about like the genre or the tropes or like the contents of the book. That's the word. I'm smart sometimes. So the first book ick, or one of my book icks about certain books, romance books specific, well, I mean, this is a romance trope, is insta-love, or instant love. And if you don't know what that is, obviously it's when the characters instantly fall in love. Like, they've known each other 2 weeks, and they just love each other so much. Like, no. I hate it. I hate it so much. Example, November 9th by Colleen Hoover. I I don't understand Ben and Fallon's relationship. The fact that they met each other at a restaurant and she took him back to her apartment the same day she met him, like the same hour she met him, was insane to me. Anyways, so another thing I hate about romance books, rather another trope I hate about romance books, is cheating tropes. Especially if you're going to use it in a second chance romance. Like, why are they getting back together after that? That's a deal breaker. Okay, so this next book ick has some exceptions. And one of the book icks that I have is books written in third person. I absolutely hate not being in the character's head. That was the one thing I loved about books when I started reading, is the fact that you got the character's thought process. Because like in movies, you just kind of have to guess what they're thinking when the scenes are happening, because they like close up on their face, and they do their little like face, and you can just tell they're thinking, and you're like, well, they're probably thinking this or probably thinking this. But with books, you know what they're thinking. There's no guessing behind it. But, I mean, obviously in third person, they still, like, throw out, she thought. But it's not like every thought and, like, their entire thought process and how their inner monologue is and how their brain works, basically. And I like to be in my character's brain. Sorry. But my exceptions to this are fantasy novels. The reason being, Six of Crows. Really. Six of Crows. I've never completed Six of Crows. I've never fully read it. Because of the third person. Like, I couldn't get past that when I was in high school. And I want to try and reread it. But the reason why I'm saying it's an exception is because it's fantasy, there's multiple characters, so there's like a lot you have to follow, and if you were to do that in first person, I mean, you could, but I feel like it would be more confusing in first person, because you're getting so much information because of, like, what the character's thinking, how the character's thinking, how their life works, you know? So, like, I think Six of Crows has, like, 6 different characters or something. So if you got 6 different inner monologues, I feel like that would be a lot to, like, follow. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to justify wanting to read Six of Crows or wanting to buy Six of Crows, because I want to read it, but I'm like, because of the third person, I know it's going to be really hard for me to want to read it. Another thing about writing, I don't like Wattpad writing styles. And what I mean by that is like an immature writing style. I literally hate it. Like, when I was in high school and in like middle school, reading Wattpad books, I thought they were good, right? I thought they were, literally in high school, I think the only thing I really read was Wattpad books. So, I was like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, these are kind of good. Like, blah, 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 consuming bullshit. But, in reality, it's not. A book ick that I have is when the female characters are like written like they're stupid, or like they're treated like they're stupid, or they are stupid. You know, like the author writes them stupid. One of the book icks that I literally hate so much, but so sometimes I'll still read the book if I'm determined to read the book, even if this is in it. But majority of the times I would just like the book. And the book ick is cringy scenes or dialogue. Example, The Hating Game. And I finished that book because I wanted to watch the movie immediately after, and then I wanted to do a video on it, which I did. And, you know, you can go watch that if you want. It is cringy, but so is the book. So, whatever. So is the movie. Anyway, another book ick is annoying main characters, or like boring main characters. That's going to be 2 icks wrapped up in one, because I can't with them. Like, Lily Calloway in Addicted to You was so annoying. I only read it for Lauren, or Lauren, I don't know how to say his name. It's either Lauren or Lauren, and I only read it for him, to see his character development. And as I kept reading the book, and I was like, well, there's multiple books, so I probably won't see the character development I want in this book, and I didn't. But here we are reading this one, and Lily has gotten so much better, and I'm so proud of her, and I love her. Anyways, I grown to love her, but, bro, she was annoying in the beginning. Another hating game example, when the enemies to lovers isn't an enemies to lovers. And I agree with everyone when they say an enemies to lovers should only be in fantasy. It is literally executed the best in fantasy. I think the only enemies to lovers that is good in the contemporary is at academic rivals to lovers. That's technically an enemies to lovers, but it's like education. Education. Another like book ick that I have that I almost will refuse to read it is if it's recommended on TikTok. If it's a book talk book, I am very hesitant to read it. But honestly, a lot of my books are book talk books. But almost every time I've been like, do I really want to buy this? Because it's been recommended on Book Talk, so it might be bad. So, my camera overheated. I don't know. It does that if I am recording for more than 30 minutes. It'll get really hot and then turn off. I don't know. Canon. Oh, the only time that I will actually read a book talk book is if it's also recommended on YouTube. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. Another thing that the hating game does that I hate, that is also a book ick of mine, is when the book emphasizes, I can't pronounce words. When the book emphasizes and focuses on how tiny the girl is and how big the dude is, it bothers me so much, literally so much. Another thing that romance does, a lot of these are just romance book icks, but another thing that romance does that I really don't like is when they throw in the third act breakup and it's just simple miscommunication. I would get it if it was a bigger issue and you just didn't communicate on it because it was a sensitive subject. But when it's very simple, hey, I don't like that. Oh my god. It wasn't even plugged in. Okay, well, I'm not going to redo that. Another thing that romance does, that Colleen Hoover does, is unexpected pregnancies. Specifically, unexpected pregnancies that bring the characters together. That's the reason why they get back together. It is kind of like, really? Another thing that I hate about books do, that words, is when major conflict is resolved really fast, like too quickly. Like, he like burned down your house and he like almost killed 2 people, and like you're just gonna forgive him in like 10 minutes. Like, I don't understand. Another thing that I don't like in books, romance books, smut books, is when the age gap is with a freshly 18-year-old. Like, they just turned 18, like, that year. Like, no. I read a book that was a 45-year-old and a 18-year-old that literally turned 18 the day before. It was very gross. Never. I literally read 2 pages and closed the book. And I literally like threw it. Like, I was like, no. The last book ick that I'm going to be talking about is when the main character over-sexualizes the love interest. I hate it. Like, for example, in November 9th, as soon as Ben sees Fallon, like when you get his point of view, he immediately starts sexualizing her and talking about her ass and like how good it looks in like the dress she's wearing and like how her boobs look. Like, there's no, like, why? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like it was kind of more chill. I haven't really posted in 2 months, so sorry about that. Things have been really crazy. I think it's been 3 months now, actually. Wow. Time is weird. But I'm going to, I say this all the time. I'm going to be trying to post more consistently. I have video ideas lined up that I want to do. So, yeah. I hope to see you next time. I hope you enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye!